And if you go to a cash machine in America, you'll probably get more than just money. A recent study by a U.S. university showed almost 9 out of 10 dollar bills carry traces of cocaine.
It's been reported for years that 90% or more of our currency has drug residue in it. Anywhere machines count currency, such as ATMs, banks, or casinos, creates inevitable cross-contamination between all currency. We're going to use this drug detection product, available to law enforcement, to show how the currency in your wallet today could make you a felon if Senate Bill 305 is passed by this committee as currently written. These three $20 bills were withdrawn from a drive-up ATM near the University of Akron on Sunday, May 20th. What we're doing here is taking the test strip and dragging it across each of the bills to swab them for any contamination. For this first demonstration, we're going to let the video play through uninterrupted and walk through what's actually taking place. All three bills have been swabbed with the test strip. We're now going to use the reagent to determine if there's any indication of contamination. The yellow color in the middle of the strip is indication of amphetamine on all three bills. This canister is used to detect 4 different types of drug contamination. We've now brought all 3 bills back into the picture, and we're going to use a different test strip that is specific to testing for cocaine or crack. Repeating the process, we're going to take that test strip and drag it across all 3 bills removed from the ATM at the University of Akron. Once we've swabbed the bills with that test strip, we'll spray it with the reagent. And a very, very light purple color is detected on these bills, indicating a very, very minute amount of cocaine residue. This $5 bill in the plastic bag was provided to a member of Ohioans for concealed carry when leaving the State House parking garage. This $5 bill was part of their change. In the interest of the committee's time, we've now accelerated the video. However, the original is available in real time. We're now swiping the bill with the test strip, and we're going to spray it, looking for drug contamination. This $5 bill retrieved from the State House instantaneously shows a very strong indicator of yellow. This bill is contaminated with amphetamine. The video again is in an accelerated speed. We've now run the cocaine test strip across the same $5 bill, and we're going to spray it with the cocaine reagent. A violet color appears on that strip, indicating that this $5 bill, retrieved from the Ohio State House parking garage, is in fact contaminated with cocaine. As startling as it is that there is drug residue and money in the State House, let's look at some bills collected from some random locations in the Columbus area. This $20 bill was collected from an ATM. It tests positive for both the amphetamine test as well as the subsequent cocaine test. In the remaining foil packets behind the camera view there are 2 $5 bills which were picked up from a Wendy's as change and a $10 bill that was picked up from a convenience store. All 3 collections of these bills came from completely different locations in the Columbus area. Every single bill tests positive for amphetamine. Only the $20 bill was tested for cocaine. If bills are this prevalently contaminated with drug residue, what's to stop that drug residue from transferring to other components and property that we own? The answer to that question is almost nothing stops cross-contamination. In theory, a person who handles money, then a firearm, and then places that firearm into a gun safe could contaminate a safe. If they've ever stored money in that safe, a common use of a safe, it's virtually assured the safe will test positive for drug residue. Shown here is a small safe that has been regularly used to store a number of different handguns over the course of a decade. As written, Senate Bill 305 theoretically exempts this commercially produced container as a firearm storage container. However, if this container has any illegal drug residue in it, the exemption is irrelevant, and the owner is likely to be charged with a felony for possession of a container that has drug residue. This particular container tests positive for both amphetamine as well as cocaine. Much has been said about the need to prove intent. A police officer who finds this empty container in a traffic stop with a positive test result simply needs to charge a suspect with intent. They can substantiate that claim by arguing that the driver was in an area known for drug activity. Senate Bill 305 offers absolutely no protection to the law-abiding person. This hard-shell pistol case was sitting in a garage empty and has not been used to transport a firearm in at least 3 months. A few years ago, it was used to lock up a bundle of cash from an Ohioans for Concealed Carry fundraiser. It tests positive for both amphetamines and cocaine or crack residue. Both of these safes have no protection under Senate Bill 305's narrow exemption for gun owners. These empty containers are one police officer away from unwarranted felony charges. Senate Bill 305 should be tabled by this committee immediately, and the entire approach should be reevaluated in a bill that isn't being fast-tracked to the governor at the peril of individual rights. In the absence of such leadership to kill this bill, the committee must amend this bill to require a very substantial, physically visible and measurable amount of drug residue in order to charge a suspect under Senate Bill 305. Anything less is entirely unacceptable.